Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CCN. Well, I managed to get in touch with Kenny in Nigeria, and that's our information source. Now, the first part of the video, it's some freeze-ups on it, 2 to 3 seconds long, probably due to the internet service in Nigeria, which is quite sketchy, I believe. Anyways, the last part, it starts to get more fluid, and I broke the whole video down into 4 parts, and parts 2, 3, and 4 are pretty much glitch-free. Now, we discussed COVID-19, corruption, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the government, and that's all in part 1. So I hope you enjoy it. Sorry about the freeze-ups, but that's beyond my control. So here's our conversation, part 1. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what's going on in Nigeria?
Okay. Well, Nigeria right now is battling with COVID-19.
Yeah.
Even corruption in Nigeria right now. Also, we are also battling with the Boko Haram insecurity in Nigeria. The military are tendering their resignations. That they say they don't want to fight again. They don't want to join the army again because the army is corrupt, and the Boko Haram have affiliations with the army and with the Nigerian government, and as such, they don't. They refuse to fight. There's in the fighting the Boko Haram because the Nigerian army, the elite, that is the ones that has the commanders, they have what we call affiliation with the government, and they also have with the Boko Harams, the terrorist groups, and the most of the politicians also, they are the one benefiting from the Boko Haram terror. They themselves to go and die, whereas their welfare is not being taken care of. Their wife and children are living in slums, living in uncompleted building, while they are in the forest service forest. And such money are being pumped into the military in order to fight the Boko Haram terrorists. But yet, the high hierarchy of 365 Nigerian soldiers tendered their resignation later. That was last week. They tendered resignation last week. So they said they're no longer fighting the Boko Haram. So we are still looking at what's going to happen. But the president is not even showing commitment because according to allegation, we do not know if the president is the real president. We were told last year that the president was taken to the UK hospital, and as such, he was almost dead. And we do not know either he is the one that is still the president, or there is kind of what they call. So some people say that they brought a man from Niger Republic, Niger Chad, that his name is that is Idris, that is not the real president. That the real president is dead. That's why anytime that if there's a problem between the cabinet, between the member of the political party, if there's a crisis and they're about to, investigate a particular, that's a APC, what they call, that is APC chieftains. The next thing the person will say that if I leave the power, if Aso Rock is the seat of power in Nigeria, which is Abuja, and it has always been like that. Anytime they want to, like now for the first time that they wanted to ask the APC chieftain, that's a national chairman, to step down. He says something that if they ask him to step down, he will tell the whole Nigeria who is in Aso Rock. And also another APC, that's a candidate also, when he did not win the election, and he said if he break the election, and he said that they're not going to give him a return certificate, that is not giving his certificate, that he did not qualify. And he said, he categorically told the media that if got everybody who's in Aso Rock. And it has been like that, like that, like that. So we assume in Nigeria that the person we called our president is not our president, is the double. Because if you ask him anything about Nigeria, if anything goes wrong in Nigeria, we ask him, he will tell you that he's shocked that is not aware of here is not aware. So that's to say that there is a double. There's a double somewhere between the president. I guess even the wife was also having a problem with him. That the wife, well, you know, they took the wife to London, and they did not want her to come back to Abuja again. So it was a big crisis that was going on in Aso. Even as we speak right now, there's crisis in Aso Rock between the president, which have hijacked the Nigeria government. So right now, as we speak, Nigeria does not have a government. The government is just being controlled by whoever is powerful. So that's what is happening right now. And as we speak right now, there is an allegation going on. The EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime Commission, that is a body that's established to regulate, that is a fight against anti-corruption war. But the chairman of the anti-corruption war, which is Magus, is corrupt, is being alleged that he stole billions of dollars. Right now, as we speak, the investigation is still ongoing, and the people working with him. But he is saying that if they should investigate him, that he's going to tell the world what is happening. That's to say, even in the course of the investigation, the vice president also has been indicted also, and also the what we call involved in the scandal. But he is still saying, but I'm sure that they are going to leave him. They're going to leave him so that the issue can die, because as the corruption case, the investigation is going on, it seems it's going to affect the president also, because right now it has affected the vice president and also the being affected with the corruption allegation. Right now, billions of dollars have been stolen, have been looted in that office. And also, there's what was going on right now. The Niger Delta Development Commission. It is a commission to take care of the affair of the Niger Delta region, the oil region, which is Delta, Bayelsa, all the oil states that are being, because in these people, when the international oil in the Niger Delta, most of this crude oil are being spilled, and they destroy the ecosystem, they destroy the region, and as such, they cannot do their normal farming, which is their occupation, which is farming and fishery, and as such, the government said that they should be over the region to clean the oil spill and to take care of the people in that region. And they set up this commission, which is Niger Delta Development Commission, and billions commission organization, that sector. But as we speak, the people that is in the realm of affair, they have not done anything in that place. The people are dying of starvation, dying of mosquito, dying of bad weather, and all the rivers share the money within themselves. This is what is going on right now. And as we speak, right, also the Nigeria Disease Center for Disease Control, NCDC, they are trying to work. The more cases you have of COVID-19, the more money the World Health give to Nigeria. And so each state want to bring out figure and start to inflate figure. The COVID-19, to be frank, we have not seen the real sign of the COVID-19 right here in Nigeria. The people that brought this COVID-19 to Nigeria are the elites. That's the president's what we call family, and the senators. These are the people people that brought it in Nigeria. It's in Nigeria. I will tell you that it's a big scam. It's a big scam because none of the masses have died of COVID-19. It is only those politicians that have some illness within them. This is small. There's a sickness, they are all gone. And the NCDC termed every sickness to be COVID-19. Even though when you have headache, they will tell you that it is COVID-19 so that they can use it to get more money. A woman and her son was going out and they had an accident and the son fell from the bike. And the woman took the son to the hospital and the doctor treated a statement, a report, medical report, and they gave it to the woman. The report that they wrote, they said that the child is a contacted COVID-19, and the woman was mad. Thank God the woman can read and jack the doctor. That what are you saying? My child, I brought my child to you that had an accident, and you treated my child. You're telling me that my child have COVID-19, and it was a big commotion in the hospital. And at the end, the doctor called the mother inside. And they settle each other because the more patient you have, COVID-19 patient, you are less and to the doctor. And this is what is happening. People are dying of natural sickness right now in Nigeria because everybody's afraid to go to the hospital. If I sneeze right now, if I go to the hospital, I will be quarantined that I said I have COVID-19, whereas I do not have COVID-19. So these are the problem that is happening in Nigeria.
Well, that's something like what's going on here too, because now they want to test people that don't have any symptoms, and then they tell them that they've got COVID-19, but they don't have any symptoms. Yeah. It's like, well, why are you testing me if I'm not sick? Well, yeah, but you are sick. You just don't know it, they say. And it's first thing Trudeau did was he ran and hid.
Yeah.
And he only comes out a little bit each day to give away money, basically buying votes. And they had everybody in lockdown, and it's crazy, And right now, where I'm at, I think there's one case out of 750,000 people. And they've got everybody going around with masks on, and they're all scared of each other. It's crazy. There's something I wanted to ask you, because on my Sunday night live broadcast, I mentioned that we had made contact again on Facebook. And I said I was going to try to do a video call with you. And everybody was quite excited to hear that.
Yeah.
And I asked them if they had any questions. And one of the questions was, I see President of Burundi died at 55 years old. Do you know anything about that?
Excuse me, repeat the question. The network was bad. Can you repeat the question again?
The president of Burundi, he died at 55 years old.
I did not get that question, Curly.
I think that the country I think is Burundi. Am I saying that right?
Burundi.
Burundi, okay.
Yeah, Burundi.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
And
Burundi. Yeah.
The president died.
The president, the last time that I heard about Burundi, the president, I guess the president, they tried to hide it from the world. I suspected the president died, but because a new president have emerged, which led to some conflict in Burundi as we speak right now, which the African Union, they have tried to send peacekeeping to Burundi. And Burundi before has been a war countries. They're fighting wars. They have been fighting some kind of civil war. The country is not peaceful since for some years now, right now. So when the president died, a new president emerged, and they conduct election, and the new president emerged. I guess the new president that came about is going to do well, but is still affiliated with the past military government. So I guess he's going to do well. Maybe he will try his best because Burundi is one of the poorest African nation as we speak after Zimbabwe.
Okay. The other question was ISWAP, ISWAP. It's it's something Islamic organization.
Yeah, ISWAP is an Islamic organization for West Africa. These people, they have affiliation from the Al Qaeda, the ISIS. They have so they also have affiliation with the Boko Haram terrorist group and also the Fulani S-men. So they are working together with most of them are being sponsored from what they call Iran. The Iranian government is sponsoring terrorists, sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria, in West Africa, Libya, and most of the so they are the major sponsor of terrorist group of this ISIL, the ISIL. So they emanated from the ISIS and from also from the Al Qaeda. So they are working together. Even in Nigeria, they're also working in Nigeria with the Fulani S-men also and the Boko Haram terrorists. They're trying to kill. They kill anybody that they can kill, most especially the Christians, right here in Africa. So that's what it is. It's a regional terrorist network.
Okay, that doesn't sound good at all. It sounds pretty big. Huge organization.
It's a huge organization because they are since the killing of Muammar Gaddafi, this network have expanded to the extent that it have expanded beyond even West Africa. It is now the whole of Africa. They have a big financial muscle, sponsored by the terrorist organization and these Islamic countries, most especially Iran and Turkey. Turkey is also one of them. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, the man is working everything. He's trying everything he can to make sure that to spread Islam. And as such, if Islam cannot be spread peacefully, Islam will be spread by force. And he's using this, what we call the regional organization, the terrorism organization, to do. And Africa is very poor. They are very poor. And as such, any money you use to induce them, they will do whatever you want to do. They will even do beyond what you expected. So that is what is happening right now in Africa.